Welcome back, friends. My name is Ross, and I help people rewrite their stories. I want to talk to you today, real quick. Something really cool happened to me yesterday, something a little bit spooky, but we're going to get right into it. I want to talk today about something called Clairalience or Clairalience. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Clairalience, Clairalience. Yeah. I like Clairalience, so that's what I'm going to call it. Clairalience. That is similar to clairvoyance, but instead of seeing things that aren't there, you are smelling things that aren't there. Has this ever happened to you? It was a strange occurrence yesterday. I was sitting at my desk putting together yesterday's video, and all of a sudden I got this scent of my grandma, this scent of baby powder that was in her bathroom linen closet off the kitchen in the back. You go through, you open the door, and there to the left was this or to the right was this tiny linen closet, and it smelled like baby powder. And even years after we had to take her out of there and put her in a nursing home, and then after she passed away, the house went up for sale and we went back to look at it, my mother and I. And even so many years later, that back bathroom still smelled like baby powder. So it's a very visceral memory for me tied to this scent. And I was sitting at my desk, and there was nothing around that would even remotely smell like baby powder. I had some incense up on my windowsill, but it didn't smell like that. And I have some sage in my drawer, but it doesn't smell like that. And my colognes are on the other side of the room, on the other side of the bed, and they don't smell like baby powder. And what's interesting is that this is the second time I've smelled this scent in as many months. At the beginning of summer, I was making breakfast and I got this scent of baby powder, and it was strange, even more so then, because no kitchen should smell like baby powder, and what I was making was oatmeal, something that has no similarity to baby powder. But I was standing there making my breakfast, and I got this scent, and I immediately thought of my grandma. And so to smell that again so soon, I guess, after smelling it the first time, because this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I've never been one who smells things that aren't there. That sounds crazy. But the fact that it happened to me proves that either I'm going crazy or it's not as crazy as I once thought. And I'm always talking about rewriting your story, changing the beliefs that you think you have, which are just things, ideas you keep having. That's all beliefs are. And so to have this happen in 2 months, two times in 2 months, as opposed to the decades I've been alive and have never experienced this, is quite telling, and it just seems to be further evidence that this is something I should look into and develop. I had set the intention at the beginning of the year to develop my intuition and to be more open to the things that I can't see or easily explain with logic. I'm not saying that logic needs to be thrown out the window completely and to be given over to a feeling nature. I do believe that a balance needs to be reached between logic and feeling, and this was a strange occurrence. And I went to bed last night. I lit some incense. I sprinkled French lavender essential oil around my bed and on my pillow to kind of inundate my senses with other scents to try and override this prevalent baby powder odor. And I think I smelled it again when I woke up this morning. And what's even more strange is last night, right after I went to sleep, I was having one of those dreams where you're aware that you're dreaming, but you're not aware enough to take over the dream. You know you're dreaming, but you also know you're asleep somewhere. And I heard two knocks on my end table right beside my bed, and my eyes shot open, and I looked around, and my roommate and his girlfriend and a friend were outside, nowhere near me, and there was nothing around, and I just kind of laid there for a minute, and I was like, "Grandma, is that you? Come on in." And so that was a strange thing that happened to me recently, and I haven't really talked much about my spirituality and everything related to that on this channel. If you go to my website, which I'll link down below, I have talked about spirituality and my spiritual awakening, but I haven't talked about it on here for no real reason. It just hasn't come up naturally. But this happened to me, and I wanted to share it with you. If this is happening to you, this is what I did. I grabbed my journal. I'm always going to tell you to write out what's happening. And I just wrote down that I was experiencing this. I wrote down everything I could about it, all the memories I could about it. And then I was trying to ascertain what it was this scent was trying to tell me. If my grandma was trying to tell me anything, if my spirit guides or higher self or my angels were trying to tell me anything. And all I got was to be less passive aggressive and to be more creative, which I think are good little nuggets of advice that can be used for anyone any day of the week. And that is what I am experiencing right now. Like I said before, I've never really been one to smell things that weren't there, but I'm excited to see how this develops. I know that being aware of these kinds of things is the first step in developing them. So I'm going to be aware, I'm going to keep track of this, and I will update you as this progresses. And if you want to hear more about my spiritual awakening or anything else about my spiritual journey, let me know down in the comments below. If this resonated with you, give it a like, give me a follow or subscription, whatever it's called nowadays. If you want to. If not, that's cool too. I'm just excited to share this part of my life with you and see where it goes. Other than that, my friends, I wish you a day filled with peace, happiness, and loving kindness. And remember, my friends, be kind, be well, and be yourself. We'll talk soon.